Grayskull.
A lot of cats, I think, started like I knew about Anderson .Paak before he became an R&B dude. Like
Lovejoy.
he was a lyricist to me.
That's
back
right.
in the day, you know, and then he gets on and he's like, I'm like, where are the bars? And he's singing. You know what I mean? And then when he did do that album, I don't remember which album it was, but people were like, get back to singing. We don't want to hear you rap. And I'm like, but
that's what he was doing.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't even.
I guess Andre 3000 went the same way, right? He was like, you know, he was a rhymer, and then he went into that singing thing, and then he didn't want to rhyme anymore. Well, obviously, the Love Box where he was just singing exclusively. You know what I mean? So
right.
Yeah.
Right.
And he hasn't had an album since then, right?
And he's nope, nothing since.
Amazing
nothing
features,
since, man.
the most amazing career, probably arguably of all MCs.
I really would love to see him come back to do something, man.
Yeah.
3 Stacks.
Oh, yeah.
Who would y'all say has had the best features career? Who has the best string of features, the most consistently strong, powerful features?
Wow. Ever or recent years?
Let's say ever, because features didn't
Wow.
become anything until this millennia anyway, right?
Big Daddy Kane.
Do we have a lot of features?
Well, I mean, he hasn't had a ton recently, but he used to pop up every now and again.
In the 80s and 90s, and I had a lot
in the early 2000s too.
90s. Yeah,
early 2000s as well. He would pop up.
Yeah. So when we got him, he hadn't done a feature for a while, but yeah, in that period, he did do a lot of features, and actually, all of them were sick. And like even had, you know, you had the Prince Paul joint that he did. Obviously, back to the symphony, you know, that kind of stuff. Jeez, yeah. Kane has got to be up there in the conversation for illest collabs ever. Yeah,
I'd say if he had more, I'd say Granddaddy IU, but he hasn't had enough cameos. But whenever he does, he serves the track. Like
he's dope as hell.
Yeah,
Slick Rick's done a lot of dope cameos as well. Slick Rick's done a lot of dope cameos.
Yeah, I give him that. So,
but that's a tough ass question.
What about
that's tough,
Busta all the time? Busta and 3 Stacks.
Yeah.
Names I hear all the time, but yeah, Kane.
If Busta takes out the N-word a little more, because he like relies on that shit. It's like a safe word or something.
Yeah. I know
Pineapple. Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to think of who might be a good answer to that.
That's a tough one, man.
Like, you don't think about that. We think about main, what do you want to call it? Like main albums, main catalogs. Nobody think about features.
Maybe we have to post this somewhere else in the forum.
Could M fall into that?
Nope.
I don't think anybody in this line is gonna vote in M's favor. I don't think he's with the wrong audience.
If you look at Renegades, there's you obviously like Nas said, M killed you on your own shit to Jay.
Yeah, I don't agree with that though. I didn't agree with that.
I do.
Could Jay-Z be?
I agreed with that. You did on that one. You did.
So
for me personally.
So Bear and Sheet, I guess just to close this one out, what's your votes on that, on Renegade?
You know, I can't, because I'm not a Jay fan either, and I really don't fuck with Eminem. So
damn, you can't even give credit to the lyricism on the song.
That would meant that I had to listen to it multiple times. I listened to it.
I've got to say, M took that one for me.
I
think Nas was right. I've got to say.
Yeah, I'm with him on that. She, what you got? Yeah. She frozen on purpose, probably. He's faking.
He in the Matrix.
Yep.
I'm just trying to think, man, because like
you're in the Matrix.
Jeez. Now I'm thinking about collabs. I'm thinking about like greatest guest appearances, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. I mean, it might be Andre, yo. It might be 3 Stacks.
Yeah.
What about Cannabis? Cannabis had some dope collabs back in the day. You know, like Beats from the East, all that kind of shit.
East was
Gone Till November remix.
Yeah, see, I don't remember either one of those.
Cannabis did 3 minutes by himself on Beats from the East.
Yeah.
You're frozen as hell, bro.
Am I still frozen?
Oh yeah.
Off and on, yeah.
You're in and out like crazy. Are you eating chip show?
Or Biscoffs?
Biscoffs.
Definitely a cookie.
Chocolate chip cookies and stuff.
The Biscoff Batman. We'll watch for
Ghostface, best features.
Ooh, that's a
Ghostface.
good contender. That's a damn good contender.
That's a good call. That's a good call.
That's a really good call.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actively thinking about it. I'm actually sort of like zoned out for a bit, trying to think about it.
Yeah, I think we're all going to be coming back to this shooting texts or messages or something about this one.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
That's actually a really good thing that one of you guys can post on Twitter or something, like, who's got the illest like guest appearances ever? Like, I mean, the most like sustained run of guest appearances, man.
Yeah, that's really the question. It's like, who's got the most solid, like, you always say, oh, he killed that after a guest appearance.
3 Stacks.
3 Stacks is there. 3 Stacks is probably there just at first glance.
But he only comes out every 5 years or
maybe not consistently.
When he does it,
enough.
it's like, it's always a phenomenal.
It was worth the wait. It was worth the wait.
Yeah, so that to me beats a lot of the other ones, just because I'm like, okay, yeah, it was a dope feature. But with 3 Stacks is always like, oh, I need to sit down and analyze this rhyme.
That's right.
I need to listen.
It could be quality over quality. Sorry, quality over quantity, right?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So
I would say K-Dot as well, honestly.
I was thinking about Kendrick. Actually. What about J. Cole?
Yeah, he's becoming that dude right now too.
Yeah.
I'm hearing people like, I don't know all of his features, but I hear like, especially when he did that feature run, I think in 2020, everybody's like, yeah, he's the king of features right now.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of great features, and actually, a lot of people have been talking about Jay-Z's recent feature.
Yeah, I haven't even listened to the song yet, to be honest. And I love Jay.
But on the Pusha T joint.
Yeah, everybody heard the song?
Not me.
I heard it. I mean, I liked Jay's bars, but I do think people were buying into the hype a little bit. But you know, a lot of good lyrics in there, though. I've got to say, it was a good sort of comeback, quote unquote. So,
yeah, I've never heard. I'm not gonna say I've never heard Jay be whack, but or B, drop a verse without some bars that maybe raise my eyebrows. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah, Jay's always gonna come with that, definitely. Yeah, I mean, but man.
But somehow he doesn't land in that thought process for me about the greatest features. I don't know why.
Nah,
because he's a billionaire. I have that fuck him type thinking about it. Like, yeah, he's gonna do it, but he has billions, so whatever.
Yeah, that works against him in a way when you're talking about sort of the greatest sort of almost like lyricist, even, because like the guy's so
fucking
one of my favorite
rich. MCs. He's definitely one of my favorite MCs. Like so I spent years hating Jay. Like, I gave away his first album, like all kinds of shit. Like, every time he would drop something, I'd be like, man, fuck him. Like, but then my homeboy sat me down one day and made me listen and started breaking some of the lyrics down. And I was like, oh shit, I never even thought about it like that. And then I started listening and paying attention. I was like, yo, like he has a lot of shit that you don't actually see on the surface. And I was only listening on the surface. So I gained a little appreciation for him over the years.
Yeah, I don't listen to all his albums, and he's still my top 5 since '96, just because of what he does with his bars. I mean, some of these songs are amazing to me. Meet the Parents. I mean, there's some of these stories that he tells, and just the versatility, and then even just the truthfully, I want to rhyme like common sense, but
yeah, I love that bar.
I mean, he explained why he's not doing what we want him to do.
And then you see him in the lab with Q-Tip. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see him in the lab with Q-Tip and all these other cats. You're like, wait, why is he?
Where's that music
with these dudes?
Yeah. You see that was Dre. He has like people brought in, like, you think, like, remember you had like Rakim and all that kind of stuff. You're like, where's the tracks, man? But yeah.
Right. Well, but gotta make that do.
Yeah, so that's my only complaint about Jay, is that he'll choose the business over money a little too often.
Yeah, he will.
But I appreciate 444. 444 was the album I've been waiting for all this time.
The man took Camp Lo's whole style and made a new persona off of that shit.
That was a dope album.
Like, like it's crazy.
No ID's beats was sick, man. No ID was really. I love No ID's beats. I really do.
Yeah, No ID's. Yeah.
He raised the bar with his beats there. He was another one who got intricate with his chop arrangements. So intricate with his chop arrangements that people don't even realize how dope the production on that album really is.
Crazy. But that thing with that Nina Simone joint that he did.
Yes, sir.
Hell, man.
Yeah.
That's like. I mean, obviously, a lot of people don't realize that he was schooling Kanye back in the day.
Right.
Nobody.
Wow, man. Dude is a beast.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who I think is criminally underrated. Nuts.
Yes.
Nos is crazy.
Nos is sick.
And he's versatile too. He's got range.
Yeah,
Yeah, his range is bananas, man. Not
God,
that Virginia water.
Like he can take like a Christmas sample and flip it. He did that thing with 50 Cent back in the day, like on one of 50 Cent's mixtapes, and it was like, wow, man, he made a banger out of this whole Christmas track. And obviously, he takes like other shit like that he's done for like Busta, like kind of like tracks that you wouldn't normally sample and makes them into bangers, man.
I mean, the way he works with the drums and bass lines, like that shit is so hard to make you want to kick puppies. Like it's just like
bass lines for Nuts, man, crazy.
He actually I had to stop following him because I was like, there's no way I'm gonna allow myself to start sounding like this dude. He inspired me that much. I was like, I can't listen to this dude too much because I don't want any of his sound seeping into mine. And I love his sound that much that honestly, I'm like, nah. Yeah, but he's I
remember Ninth Wonder was said about him years ago. He was like, the best dude out now, this is about 10 years ago, is Nuts. Ninth Wonder was even saying that when Ninth Wonder was really like at the apex. You said Ninth Wonder was better. Sorry, you saying Nuts was better.
Wow, that's dope.
I mean, I agree.
Nuts is worth it. He's worthy of it. I wouldn't argue with Ninth about it.
I wouldn't argue at all. Nope.
And just hearing like he was doing a beat a day on IG, and when I was following him a couple years ago, maybe 3-4 years ago, and every day it was a bulletproof beat. There was nothing you could knock about that beat. And I don't know any other producer that's been able to hit me with consistent joints like that was like
correct.
Yeah.
The guy's insane.
Yeah, he's criminally underrated or underrecognized.
We need to get him on the show.
Yeah, he's definitely somebody I'd love to hear and have on the show. He's definitely.
I'm gonna see what I can do with that.
Hey, my man, I appreciate the hell out of that shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I know him like that.
Yeah, but I trust that you'll be able to figure something out. If anybody could do it, I think it would be you right now.
I mean, we have professional connections on LinkedIn, and so I'm gonna try and use that. Like we're linked up on LinkedIn, bro, and
come on.
Why not? Why not? You can only say no, right?
I mean, like, yo, you linked up with me, like, so hit us up.
Yo, you know what else is dope? I guess I gotta say this since we've talked about it on the joint a couple of times. Yo, Configa, I didn't even know that you weren't black, man. That's even doper. That was
yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yo, until you popped up on my screen, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
do you realize how many times I've heard that, bro? Do you realize how many times
I'm sure you heard that 1,000 times, man. That's dope as hell, though, man.
I guess I'm the cheat because like I said, we was Facebook friends, so I knew he wasn't black.
yeah. You knew the inside scoop, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I've had profile pictures of me, but like weirdly, I don't know why this happened. I put a profile picture of me, and people were like, "Yo, that looks like Eminem in that profile picture." Sorry, not Eminem. Sorry, not Eminem. For God's sake. Redman, what the fuck do you mean Redman? I was like, what do you mean Redman? How can you possibly say that? But literally people were like, yo, you look like we can't tell. Like, what the fuck?
It's funny.
I guess that's one of those everybody from Jersey looks alike type deal.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, people are fucking tripping, man. Because I've done lots of cameos and videos and stuff as well. Like not now, but like more back in the day, and I was always popping up in videos and stuff. And I've done a lot of media commitments as well, sitting alongside Speech, or sitting, in the same virtual room as Speech, or whatever. And it's like it's a trip because like to this day, some people still think that like wow, okay, wow, oh, Configa, hello. Like I didn't realize you were like white.
What's funnier is I found out he was white today, but then I heard him talk and I was like, does this motherfucker have an accent? And I was trying.
So it's the double whammy, right, of being a white Brit, you know what I mean? It's like,
Does it ever pose any challenges for you? Like I like to just like this is a space where we have like the really open conversations.
Yeah, yes and no, because like I do think if I was maybe 10 years older and let's say from New York and possibly black, I would have been considered up there somewhere, like I'm not saying I would be on the Pete Rock level, but I would be considered one of these, large pro type dudes or whatever. But because I'm like younger, I'm from the UK and I'm obviously white, I guess it could work against you with some people, but then I look at the landscape now, and you've got like Alchemist, who is like this underground hip hop darling right now, and you've got Derringer, who's behind GRYSKLL. So I think it's become a less of a thing now than it used to be. Because when I first started out, I've got to be honest, like it was a fucking thing, but now. Not so much. Nah, not as much. I mean, nobody actively comes up to me and says, "Oh wow, you know, like, you beat a whack just because you're white." Nah, nobody says that. then again, at the end of the day, the track record of working with PE, working with Arrested Development, working with just very pro-black, strong like that, and being accepted, and that says, you know, I can't say any more than. The proof's in the pudding, like the very pro-conscious black groups.
Yeah, you got some major cosigns from people who are about the culture, not just the culture of hip hop, but black culture. So
absolutely,
you got to break that Lord Jamar wall, man.
Lord Jamar, well, you know, it is what it is, dude. But I'll take Chuck D's word over Lord Jamar. To be fair.
I mean, I might be too white for Lord Jamar, so you know.
And there's that good old Talib as well, you know, doing his thing, but being, you know, calling people like racial slurs. I think more with him, if you don't agree with him, then he'll have some kind of slur about you. But yeah, I think it's more if you don't agree with Talib, it's kind of that. It's more than just what you are. It's kind of like. If you don't fit into his narrative, then he gets personal, I think, from what I've seen and I guess what I've encountered to a degree.
You don't
I haven't seen, I've heard a lot about his Twitter.
Very toxic. He got banned, bro.
Yeah,
he got banned.
Really?
But he was stalking he was trolling a young black girl.
He's pretty good for shit like that.
Wow.
And that's when he got banned because you subjected her, I believe, to about 2 years of targeted harassment or something like that.
Wow. Damn.
So
Sorry to hear that.
I got beef anyway, man. They talking about you can only hear the new Black Star album if you subscribe to Luminary.
I was gonna say that.
Whack shit. I'm not with that at all.
But y'all know that's Mos Def's call though, right?
I don't care whose call it is. I was
gonna say though, I'm not gonna put that on Talib. Even though
it is. Yeah, apparently it was Mos Def's call because Mos Def doesn't want to be part of the industry. He does. Apparently, they didn't want to sign up to any streaming services, so they're going the wrong way. I get that. I think maybe it might work for the podcast they were doing with Chappelle, but I think in terms of an album, that's a tricky rollout, man.
I mean, they could have just put it on Bandcamp or whatever and just
that's what I'm
don't
saying.
Do streaming at all.
Well, Bandcamp fucks you too, money wise.
Yeah,
I think you better just sell it for your own website.
But you know what I'm saying. Even if they just had their own,
something else.
Just go to blackstar.com, but you could only purchase.
Go to your own website.
Yeah, right. NFTs, it's the NFT world now. I mean, they could have probably killed it with dropping it as an NFT, as popular as they are, and as many people who've grown up and have money now to actually buy the album as an NFT. That probably could have solved the industry problems, and they probably could have set some examples and blazed some trails with that, to be honest.
I agree with that. I agree. There was other ways around it than just do and subscribe to this other service to copy the album, like, really.
But I'd like to hear the rationale in case there's something I'm overlooking or not considering those. I still do want to hear, like, from Mos's mouth. I heard Talib talk about it, but I want to hear Mos talk about it.
I want to hear Mos Def talk about it because all I hear is Talib talking about it. Like, that's all well and good, but let's be honest. We're all checking for Mos Def. I am anyway.
Facts.
Yeah, and the other part of that is he's probably not going to talk about it.
Unless you subscribe to
he doesn't fuck with the industry.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he's even going to talk about it on Luminary. Like, Mos doesn't fuck with any of that shilling.
Doesn't fuck with any outlets whatsoever.
Yeah. Nope. Anything that's not the music and art, he's really trying to not to get involved with that shit, even press.
I mean, his name's not even Mos Def anymore. It's Yasin Bey. You know what I mean? It's like
Yasin Bey. Yeah.
Respect due on that. I need to say that right.
Yeah. Like,
I'm gonna name him Mos.
That's how much you just fucking
I can't do that because that's kind of like calling somebody who's said I'm gonna get rid of my slave name and I'm gonna take on a name that culture.
I guess we all just know him as that. You know what I mean? It's easy to stick to Mick because we all know him as Mos Def.
Yeah, but if it means something to him, I'm gonna respect it.
I mean, I respect it, but you know.
Yeah. Especially because he's a respectable dude. He's worthy of it. Oh shit!
He is. Did you guys ever see that Guantanamo Bay shit that he did? When he was like, he wanted to be treated like one of the Guantanamo Bay inmates.
Yeah,
he like forced
when he got waterboarded.
Yeah,
that waterboarded shit. That's the one. Crazy. Wow, man.
Yeah,
that's dedication.
Yeah, that's definitely some activism shit that's going above and beyond on the activism side, at least. So I'll give him that. But yeah, I'd really like to hear a proper interview with him. Like I don't want to hear him in a media outlet interview him. I just want to hear him hang out for a day with somebody. Like I know he's done some with Dave Chappelle on that Luminary thing, but I didn't keep listening to those, so I don't know how much they got the most. Huh? That's I'm hoping it can be us. We can hear the boss. I heard he's in Barcelona. I'm ready for a trip.
You can do it, that's what they say in America. Your life ain't ruined like the homes in your area. Code for paradise, these bungalows are miniature. Social security number and signature. Changing the symbol for integer. Claiming like Columbus Christopher. Zen Franklin, made company with pictures. January 6th, I didn't see no triggers being pulled. You thought I was gonna say niggas. Proud boys that damage their livers. Robbing the hood, minus the quivers. Real intimacy is hard to find. The things I find meaningful are hard to rhyme. Approval, encouragement, acknowledgement. Removal of government is obvious to me. You can do it, that's what they say in America. Your life ain't ruined like the homes in your area.
They pushing demon time, yeah, we clocking them out. They push polarity, we speak, we got in the sound. Choose unity over scrutiny, change conditions by reclaiming the system. We popping mutiny, loud so the sounds would echo. We find the sounds of life inside the concrete metals. Focus on the better things and vibrate with fresh petals. Plantain leaf on the lashes from the nettle. Help information settle, misinformation got the nation pacing with hot metal. Tampered imagination, they tell us what to dream till we smile in the kennel. Cough up a lung where I'm from like Jay-Z with bellow. So I drink Damiana leaf and mix it with fennel.
Question, how can you divide what was never united? If I aspire to eat the rich, am I then inciting a riot or dinner party in which 99 is invited, but lack of history knowledge assures it we'll never try it? Or backbone? Or maybe it's just complacency. Maybe we need a catalyst for reducing the latency of Brown Hawk. With the mic, 18 and angry, I made it through 45 by the now the culture that shaped me. Dream is a fallacy. I stay woke within you, come after me. I'm not fighting no battles, I'm only practicing mastery. Whips, chains, and money. That's checkmate, player willingly in the matrix, replacing cotton with data next generation. Avatarians in the making, detached or not. I'm a ghost in the machine of enslavement. Wake up, wake up. And witness the face of the pharaoh. It's easy to claim America the great at the end of a...
It's the beginning of a new one.